The Coaches Show is brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, the largest and most comprehensive orthopedic surgery group in Middle Tennessee. Find out more at TOA.com. Danny Brewer, I'm back with you now, and I'm extremely happy because I got Bryan Weakley, the head basketball coach at Siegel for Lady Stars. Coach, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, man. I'm just enjoying life. Got a new puppy for Christmas, so just having fun with it.
Oh, new puppy. All right, I'm a
Yep.
dog guy. What kind of
Yeah.
puppy did you get?
We got a mini Bernedoodle.
Okay. Okay.
So it's been pretty fun. You know, the puppy. I mean, he's a wild one. He wakes up super early, and he always on the go.
Yeah.
Always getting into things. So
Puppies keep you on your toes. So Bernedoodle. So I know it's going to be part poodle, but what's the other part?
Bernie's Mountain Doodle.
Okay. All right.
Or Bernie's Mountain Dog, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like a
And
big
then
dog?
Yeah, that technically is a big dog, and then the other part is a mini. It's a mini poodle, so he should be about 35 to 45 pounds.
Oh, okay. All right. So manageable because I know that some of those Burmese mountain dogs they get like
Yeah, they get huge. So
yeah because they're like herding dogs, right?
Yeah.
They're the herding. So is like the dog gonna herd you around a little bit?
It's all he does is follow us around. He don't leave you alone.
Okay. Well that's good stuff. All right. So let's talk Lady Stars basketball. Now, is this your first year or second year?
Second year.
Second year at Lady Stars. Okay, so I know that you've coached at other schools in the county. Talk about how it's been settling into Siegel and with being part of Siegel Nation.
Yeah, the school as a whole is it's a great school to be at. The administration's fantastic. We actually just we're actually transitioning into a new principal, so getting to learn him and how he wants things done and stuff like that is it's gonna be it's gonna be fun to do and everything. So but athletic director is great. All the coaches that we get to be around are great. The kids are great. So I can't complain. My my everyday job is pretty great.
Good.
I enjoy it.
Who is the new principal there at Siegel?
Stephen Wayne. He came from Rock Springs. He actually used to coach girls basketball at one point.
Okay. Well, good. Because I know that Larry Creasy was really did a good job there at Siegel. I felt like I've known Creasy for a long time. A good man and cared a lot about athletics.
Yeah. Creasy was great to work for. I definitely will miss him and everything and his leadership. So, but yeah, this is my second year at Siegel and just trying to build a program and get the girls to buy into what we're doing every day.
Right, absolutely, and that's what high school athletics is about building young adults. Let's talk a little bit before we get into the team. Sean Middleton and the Middleton Coach Mid influence, because Coach Mid is my guy.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about him and the positive influence, because I know he plays a role in all sports. It seems like there at Siegel.
Yeah. He's got his hands on everything. It seems like Coach Mid's great. He's fantastic for me to have. He's a level-headed, older head that he can, he gets. I get a lot of good feedback from him, from his coaching experience and everything. So he's just great to have on staff. He's a pretty good offensive mind too. That he definitely helps me out with that every day and stuff. And he's a good middle ground kind of guy for for the kids and stuff too. Whenever the kids are frustrated and things, he's able to talk them down and kind of help them out as much as possible. And it's just great having a guy like that on my staff. And also Tyler Erdman, he's new for me. He actually played at Siegel High. He graduated 2019. And Tyler has been great for me just from having a young guy on staff that, he's eager to get, dive in and teach the game of basketball. And, being able to bounce ideas back and forth between the two of us has been pretty great, and so, just having those two as on my staff has just been, I can't ask for a better staff right now.
Right, because I mean, when you think about that, Coach Mid, he's been there, done that, bought the T-shirt. He's been around. He's coached a lot of different sports at different schools and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then when you have that young mind too, because the game evolves, even though the basics of it are the same, there are still things where it evolves some, and he helps you with that. I'm sure as far as cutting edge type stuff.
Yeah, and that's he gets to bring a different perspective on some things from. It's been obviously so for and I got to coach against him when I was at Stewart's Creek. So that's pretty cool to be able to work together and be able to bounce ideas off of each other, and we're all three working together, just trying to build Siegel girls basketball up, and make it as competitive as possible, and continue to see growth, and hopefully one day we can definitely play in district championship and things like that. So just one day at a time for us.
Well, that's how you have to take it. Siegel girls basketball has been good in the past, does have some history. Talk a little bit about what's going on. What's y'all's record right now?
Currently, I think we're 5-9 or 5-10. I think I'm not 100% sure on which one, but first part of the season, just we lost one at Columbia that was kind of tough on us. I feel like we should have won that game, but it's the first game of the season that can swing back and forth either way. We've won 5 games, and last year we only won 3 games, so I kind of look at it from that perspective a little bit of like, hey, we are getting better. Shelbyville, we lost to Shelbyville last year twice. Was never really in the game with them last year, so in this year we were able to compete and kind of hold our own in the first half and stuff like that. So that was nice. Warren County, same thing. First time we played Warren County, we didn't start off too good in the first quarter, but in the third and fourth quarter, we played really, really well and gave ourselves a chance to win. And just small little details that we're trying to hone in on and try to get 4 quarters together. So played a couple Christmas tournaments, went 1-1 in every tournament we played in, and then came back from the break. And last night went to Rockville. Had them. It was 7. I think it was 7-6 at the end of the first quarter. So the game plan was really working for us last night. Early on, second quarter, we played really, really well in the second quarter until we got in some foul trouble. Foul trouble is what ultimately led to our problems a little bit. And just kids having to play some roles that they're not used to, and things like that. So as far as like ball handling and things like that. So, and their press, Rockville's a really good team. Their press, if you can't break their press, you're gonna have a tough time. If they turn you over, they're gonna that's kind of their, one of their biggest MOs is, they're going to turn you over and score in transition. And so trying to combat that, I felt like we had really good, 2 good, really practices in a row. We actually brought the freshman boys in to kind of speed us up a little bit and teach you. So, the girls are, they're getting better every day. It's just a matter of, trying to translate everything from practice to game and be able to play 4 straight quarters.
The practice time, that's really when you build your team. Do you think you've got a pretty good practice team? Do the girls understand that the importance of working hard at practice?
Yeah, so yeah, they definitely do. When it's time to lock in, they're locked in, and everything and learning. And just, from a game plan standpoint, last year I didn't get to really game plan enough to matter, because we were just trying to build up the kids and trying to, teach them the game of basketball as much as possible and get their skill set better. This year we're able to little game plan some, and it's all new for them, as far as knowing what they're supposed to do, if that kid can shoot or if that kid's mainly a driver, or 3-quartering a post player or fronting a post player, so or ball screen action and stuff like that. So just continuing to harp on those things defensively, and whatnot from a game plan standpoint.
Well, that's where you become a student of the game, right?
Right. And so, that's one thing for us. We are really young. I've got 3 seniors that are playing right now. One, unfortunately, Neil Alexander, our best player, she was injured early in the year. Not sure when we'll get her back. We're hoping and praying that we get her back at some point. But the other 3 seniors, they've had great leadership and everything, and they've gone through a lot since they've been in high school. So it's just just continuing to work with them and get them make the most of what we have with them right now. And then my underclassmen, I got starting wise, Aubrey Carroll is a junior that we rely. She plays a lot of minutes for us. She's one that she can shoot a little bit. She's not going to score a lot, but she's going to typically do the right things and kind of be in the right spots a lot of times. And then the underclassmen, the freshmen, sophomores are just, they're the ones that are going to be, they're getting a lot of experience right now for the future. And I'm hoping that all clicks over here in the next month or so, right before the district tournament and stuff like that.
So talk about what you got coming up this week, Coach.
This week we've got Smyrna, at Smyrna. So that'd be fun to go over there. I know Siegel.
That's a Tuesday night game.
Yes. So that's Siegel and Smyrna are kind of that zone is kind of some of the Smyrna kids come to Siegel. Some Siegel kids end up at Smyrna somehow. So that'll be fun for us, to be able to go up there and play. And then Friday we're home versus Oakland. So another big district game for us. And for us it's about competing. Rockville and Oakland, they were tough games for us last year. They're pretty good. So for us it's about competing against them and using the game plan to get better every day.
Because now you're in the kind of the county aspect of the schedule, which can be fun, right?
Which is very nice. We went to Warren County on January 6th, and so after that game, I looked at the schedule and was like, man, this is nice. I don't have to leave the county the rest of the season basically. So, it's cool to be able to play against everybody in the county and not have to be split up.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, you're building a good product over there at Siegel. We certainly do appreciate your time, and we wish you the best luck. Bryan Weakley doing it right over there at Siegel with the Lady Stars. I appreciate you, Coach.
Appreciate you. Yep.
Yes, sir. The Coaches Show is brought to you by Parks Auction Company. Let their team of experienced and professionally trained staff utilize the auction process to sell your property. Find out more at parksauction.com.
All right.